Hi, my name is Ashi Basra and I had a hysterectomy 8 weeks ago. Yes, I thought before I go further or say something else, I want to reassure you that you are at the right video that you clicked. It's about hysterectomy, it's all about hysterectomy. So I just wanted to share my journey with you because if you are here, if you have clicked on and if you have searched for the hysterectomy videos, that means either you have been told by your gynae doctor that you're going to have hysterectomy, or you need a hysterectomy, or you heard that somebody very close to you is going to have hysterectomy. Whatever the reason may be, you are here because you want to know about hysterectomy. You worried, you anxious, you may be depressed and sad, and you want to know somebody else's journey who been through same, right? Actually, I'm way overdue for this video, but as you can understand, mentally I wasn't feeling up to it to talk about it, or just being lazy, pure lazy after the hysterectomy, and I thought I deserve this laziness, doing nothing, and just being myself and just taking time to rest and not feel guilty about it. So here I am doing what I was supposed to do, making a video about hysterectomy. I'm going to cover everything about my journey. I will put a link of my previous video on this video's description, so you can click on it and you can watch it, how my journey started, how it happened. So if you're here and if you have clicked on this video, you searched for the videos of hysterectomies, is because let's assume you're going to have hysterectomy. So I just would like to say, this is not the end of the world. If I'm sitting here talking to you after my hysterectomy, then you can do it too. So there are various reasons that you need to have hysterectomy. So my reason was I had precancerous cells, sin 3, grade 3, high severe dyskaryosis, and I have given a link in the description so you can have a look and check my previous video where I have shared that I have been through quite a few stages, which I will in short mention here. Laparoscopically done hysterectomy. My journey, I would say, it has been very stressful journey. About seven years ago, when I had first smear test, it came as abnormal cells, precancerous abnormal cells, and then they performed. It's called LEAP or loop therapy, in which they remove some abnormal cells from cervix. So I had that procedure done, but after 3 years, when I had the test again, smear test, then it showed the same thing, sin 2, this medium dyskaryosis, and then they performed the same procedure. They removed the abnormal cells in the cervix. So basically, you are here because you've been told by your doctor that you need to have hysterectomy. It can be various reasons. Either you had endometriosis, or either you have endometriosis that's causing you heavy bleeding, stomachache, pain, fibroids, same sort of symptoms which causing you heavy bleeding, or unfortunately, if you've been diagnosed with the ovarian or uterine cancer, or if you have abnormal cells, abnormal precancerous cells, or even abnormal cancerous cells. So that is the reason you here searching for hysterectomy videos, want to know what it's all about. So as I said previously, that I have made video of my journey. It has been quite stressful, painful journey. It has been difficult for me because I am a single mother of two young children. I have no family whatsoever. My parents are no more. I have nobody, basically no relatives, nobody here in England. So it's only me and my two children. So for me, it was a very stressful time, and it was a very difficult decision for me. Yeah, sorry, it has been really difficult for me, but sometimes you have to just bite the bullet and go through with it. So if you're seeing me here, if I can go through and sit here in front of you and talk to you, then you will be okay too. So I'm basically gonna tell you all about my journey. Abnormal cells weren't going anywhere. So I was told that the last resort is hysterectomy. So I requested and asked them to do one more time leap therapy and remove the abnormal cells, which they did. But even the abnormal cells came back as they gone very deep now, and only safe option would be to have hysterectomy done. As I'm 47 years old and I have 2 children already, so that's why they suggested that it's best to have hysterectomy done, because even though they are pre-cancerous cells, but they are gone too deep into cervix, and it's very difficult to remove those abnormal cells. And if they left untreated over the time, it can be very quick, it can be few years, but it can turn into cancer. So being a single mother, I could not take that risk, and I, after few months of preparing myself mentally, I have decided to go ahead with hysterectomy. So I just want to tell you what my gynae said. My gynecologist, she was a lady, and I wouldn't say that I was very happy with her, because she was very very dry person, not very empathetic, not very understanding. She did not even consult it properly with me. She just told me that your last abnormal cells removal result came back as, yes, abnormal cells, but they have gone too deep into tissues and they can't remove anymore any further, because it's gone deep up into the cervix. So she just said there's only one option, hysterectomy, full hysterectomy, everything removed: cervix, uterus, ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, I think I said it, basically everything. Reproductive system is baby making machine, they want to take this out. So basically she said it's better to have all out. I was into depression, I went into depression, because I know having ovaries removed means I will have to face the menopause straight away. And even though I'm 47, my periods were very accurate, 28-day cycle, I never had heavy period, they were quite very good. And my mother, she menopaused, I think when she was 55. So I had a good few years ahead of me. So I was very depressed that I'm going to go straight into menopause, and menopause brings lots of other symptoms. But because I knew there is no other option and I have to have hysterectomy done, and I have to do it for the sake of my children, because I'm the only bread earner in the house, because it's just me and my boys. So I had to be healthy, I had to try at least everything to make my life longer and better for the sake of my children. So I had to have hysterectomy. I have come to terms with it, and then comes the preparation. I just want to tell you, if you're going to have hysterectomy, you need to prepare ahead. If, as I said, there are various reasons you're having hysterectomy done. So whatever the reason is, the hysterectomy can be more or less it can be little different. Some people don't need to have ovaries removed, some people need to have ovaries removed, some people don't need to have cervix removed, some people need to have cervix removed. So basically you need to discuss this with your consultant, with your gynecologist, properly discuss with them that why are you having this procedure, what is the reason of having this procedure, and what are the organs, those baby making machine organs you need to have removed, and the ones which you can keep it without any big risk. So I was told that I'm going to have everything out, because my consultant wasn't very, as I said, not very empathetic. She didn't really discuss further, and I just thought, okay, if consultant saying that, then I will need to have that. So I started my preparation for to make my surgical menopause. Surgical menopause is when menopause hit you straight away if your ovaries are removed surgically. So I was preparing for that. So I made an appointment with my GP. I asked them to give me a prescription for HRT, because I'm going to have surgery done. I want to have all the preparation ahead, because there is nobody else who is going to run for me to pharmacist or to make appointment with GP. So I have to do everything myself basically. So I prepared my prescription, my hormone replacement therapy beforehand. I had the medications at home, the patches. So when I come back from my procedure, so I can start my hormone replacement therapy. So I at least it will help me a little bit with the facing the menopause. As I told you, I'm a single mother. I have no family whatsoever. It's just me and my 2 young children. But fortunately, I have amazing friends. I have lovely friends. So I had to prepare that for my children. So while I'm gonna be in the hospital, I had to prepare accommodation for my children, somebody to look after them, to be with them, somebody who's very understanding and loving. So I had to prepare all that. So I had to do that preparation on top of worrying about my health and hysterectomy. I had to worry about my children, that they are in safe hands while I'm in the hospital. So I did that. I made appointment with GP. I prepared my HRT replacement, hormone replacement therapist prescription. I bought the medication. I prepared everything. And the day when I went for the surgery, very emotional day. I was very like depressed. It's difficult saying goodbye to your womanly bits, even though if you had children already. It's always very difficult, because I don't think I had I don't think I think I wanted another child. I wasn't done having babies, but obviously I'm single, so there is no chance for me to have it at the moment. So but it was difficult for me to say goodbye. So anyway, I prepared myself. I took a taxi, went to the hospital myself, because obviously my friends were looking after my boys. So I went to hospital, sitting in the pre-surgery, that ward, and I was on the own, and I'm quite emotional person, so I was feeling really tearful. And anyway, I forgot to tell you that when I found out who's gonna be my surgeon, I emailed the surgeon. Such a lovely Turkish guy. I emailed him saying that I'm really worried, and I have 2 young children. Please look after me, and this, that, and other. So when I went there, the surgeon already knew me because of my email. He emailed me back and even spoke to me before the surgery. So I went to I was sitting there in the ward, pre-surgery ward. So the consultant comes with his team, and he spoke to me, and I started crying. I was just emotional. So he said to me, okay, so do you know why you're having this procedure done? I said, yes, because my gynecologist said that I have pre-cancerous cells, so worry for uterine cancer. So the consultant said, okay, seeing you, that how emotional you seem, and obviously he said, if it's for uterine cancer reason, if protection or prevention for uterine cancer reasons, you're having this hysterectomy done. So he decided there and then that he will not take my ovaries. I cannot tell you, ladies, how relaxed, how relieved I was to hear that he will not take my ovaries out. He said, because obviously if we take your ovaries out, because it's not cancerous, so it will be unnecessary stress on your mental health and physical health, obviously. And so he said, you have few good years that you can slowly go into menopause instead of surgically hitting the menopause, and then it's affecting your mental health as well as your physical health, because of course menopause affects you in so many ways. The lucky thing is that we have HRT now, hormone replacement therapy. So for the women who are going to have ovaries out, please do not be disheartened, because there are help, there are HRT, there are lots of help that you can prepare yourself. There are medication, there are vitamins, back to my story. The surgeon spoke to me just before the surgery with his team, and seeing my emotional state, he said, we don't need to take your ovaries out, because it's for the uterine cancer prevention. So we will take uterus out, we will take fallopian tubes out, we will take your cervix out, or whatever else not needed there. They will take it out, but they will leave the ovaries. So that was a big relief for me. After the surgical team visited me, spoke to me, and basically tried to comfort me, then came the anesthesia team with anesthetist. You can share your worries and everything with them. I told them that I'm normally I'm very nauseous and sick when I wake up from general anesthesia. Years ago, I think I had general anesthesia for some reason, but they said, okay, we will keep this in mind. So after that, I was second person to go into the surgery. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. They took me to anesthesia room, and I was obviously crying my eyes out. I was on my own. I was thinking about my children. It was very difficult. So anyway, I went in, gave me general anesthesia through my vein, intravenous, and within few seconds, I had no idea what happened. It was blackout basically, and then when I woke up, I didn't know how long it's been gone, but I was feeling heavily sedated, and I was vomiting a lot. I was feeling nausea. I was feeling terrible, but the surgery was over. Now, one worry is in this journey, whoever is going through, I can understand and I can tell there are few stages. One, when you accept that you have to have hysterectomy. Second, when you prepare for hysterectomy. And third is when you reach operation theatre and you have to go through the surgery. Once the surgery is over, then comes to deal with post-op. So where was I? So I was here. So they took me to general anesthesia room. I had anesthesia. I woke up within few seconds. But it was I think 3 hours, and I had my surgery. I couldn't feel any pain. Now when slowly I came around, they took me to the ward. I couldn't feel any pain. My lower part was numb because after they put me on general anesthesia, they give you epidural. Epidural, most of people know, but it's like they give you. They make your lower part numb if it is lower part they are operating on, so it's through your backbone, but when they give you epidural, it can be given after the general anesthesia, so you will have no idea when they given you that. So I woke up in ward. I will put little videos. I made little videos after my operation, and I will put just in this video just for you to have a look at. And I woke up, I was throwing badly, I was very sick, nauseous, but I wasn't feeling any pain at all. I was expecting so much pain, but I wasn't. Anyway, let me remind you again that I had a hysterectomy laparoscopically, means keyhole. So I had 4 major cuts in my stomach. So you can find out videos how do they do it laparoscopically. So they put camera through one hole, they put something with other hole, and this and that. But anyway, when I woke up and when my epidural worn off, and then still I wasn't in pain. Only problem I was feeling is I was heavily bloated. My stomach was very tight and hard, and yes, basically, but it's a big surgery. Then surgeon came and spoke to me how I'm doing, and my blood pressure was very low, but it's understandable after the surgery. So I was there for 3 days in the hospital. So they put catheter, obviously, so it's easier for you to pass the urine. So there was catheter, but second day they wanted me to get up and walk around to prevent the blood clot, but injections to prevent the clotting. So I was getting one injection a day in my stomach to prevent the blood clot, and then I started walking second day slowly in the hospital with my drips and everything. I could walk, but passing the urine when they took off the catheter was really difficult for a few days because your bladder adjusting. So I had difficulty passing the urine, but that's understandable. Try to drink as much as you can and try to just take things easily. You have to give your body time to heal, but trust me, it was not anything what I was expecting. Even though I wasn't feeling huge pain. No, there's nothing. I could not feel anything, and trust me, I was only on paracetamol. I refused any heavy sedative drugs because it causes you constipation, and you don't want that. After hysterectomy, you do not want constipation because it will put pressure on your organs, and basically you don't want that. So keep yourself clean. Trust me, it's not that bad. So don't be scared and don't take heavy sedation or drugs in anticipation. Give yourself time. Find out yourself how much you need, what you need. I was okay with paracetamol every 4 hours, normal 2 tablets of paracetamol, and I was perfectly fine with it. Only issue was bladder and bowel problems because you cannot suddenly open it after a procedure because it goes lazy, it becomes lazy after the surgery for a while. But there are good ways to solve that issue. For example, you can start taking laxative as much as you need. Drink lots of water, fluid, keep your fluid intake high, and then walk around. Don't put any pressure on yourself, don't pick up heavy things. And yes, so basically I had my surgery done 8 weeks ago. I had a lot of ups and downs, but here I am in front of you telling you that please ladies, if you need to have this done to save your life, then have it done to save your life. It's worth it. It's okay sometimes to let go of the parts that aren't serving you well at the moment or in life sometime. And I also want to say, I totally understand people. I know a lot of ladies must be saying they haven't had children yet and they have to have hysterectomy, but trust me, your life, you are alive. Being alive is most important thing for you right now, and you should be glad that there are options that can keep you alive. So I just want to say, if you don't have children, there are always option of saving your eggs. Yes. If you think you're gonna have a hysterectomy, I think it's best if you can have your eggs retrieve and then save it or freeze it. And in future, if you want to have children, you may not have uterus, but you can have surrogacy with your own egg. You know what I mean? So think about it, because I always wanted to say that to the ladies who never had any children and they want to have children. If they're having hysterectomy at very young age, try to retrieve your eggs and then pay them to have it freeze. I don't know how it works in whichever country you are. And then in future, if you want to have children, then you can use your own eggs and you can somebody can surrogate. Yes, there are always options. There can be things that can be done. So please don't lose your heart. So I had hysterectomy. I came back. I begged hospital people to send me home after 3 days because I had my children somewhere else, basically somebody else looking after. My friends were looking after my children. So I needed to be with them because they were worried as well. They're very young, 12 and 10. So anyway, after third day, I came back home in a taxi. It was very difficult walking slow. You have to remember that even though the wounds aren't very big outside on your stomach, inside there is a huge change happened. There are lots of organs being removed. Surprisingly, you will not feel a thing. You will not miss your uterus physically. You will not feel that there is anything been removed, because obviously you don't feel the uterus. Do you? You don't feel your fallopian tubes. But yeah, you have to remind yourself, no, calm down, walk slow. And because I'm a single mother, I have to do everything, man's job, women's job, mother, father, everything myself. So basically, I'm not used to resting and taking it easy. So after two weeks of resting, I started slowly doing the housework, but then I started bleeding, which is not right. You should not bleed after hysterectomy, at least for 3-4 weeks, and then maybe when the internal stitches dissolve, maybe you can have spotting, but nothing heavy bleeding. But I was started having heavy bleeding. So third week I had to go back to hospital and I was admitted for another 3 or 4 days. It was just accumulated blood. Doctor said it's just blood that's been collecting after the surgery on a small portion on somewhere in the lower part of cervix, where there was a cervix. So that blood was seeping out. They said it's better out than in, but obviously do not do any heavy work. Don't pick anything heavy because stitches are really delicate. So you should not do anything heavy for 8 weeks. You can do small work in the house. You can walk around. Walking around is very important. You walk around, you cook. Basically clean. Don't bend down. Don't pick up the heavy hoover. Don't run up down. But normal walking is good. The more you'll work with your body, just don't put pressure. Don't do anything that put pressure on your uterus. Basically, you know what our mother and grandmother say when you have period and you had baby, to take it easy. So just treat yourself as you just had a baby. So yes, I did my rest on off. I had a very, very stressful times, ups and downs, because I couldn't rest much. So yes, I had a little bleeding for 2 weeks, on off bleeding. So I just had to be very slow, try to remind myself that you had an operation, you had a huge surgery, so rest for a while. So I had to remind myself. So yeah, this is it. I've been through hell and back, but trust me ladies, it will end in yes, it's a difficult journey, but not that difficult. We have been through hell and back in life. We had period all our lives. So now I don't have any period, and I don't have period pains, and yes, so I don't have any periods anymore, and I don't miss them. And I don't know if I need to have smear test done or not, but I will receive a letter. I don't have a cervix, so I don't know what they're going to do smear test of, but I have ovaries, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I will go to menopause slowly, like how it was meant to be, gradually over the years whenever I'm meant to have my menopause. So at the moment, I had my hysterectomy, I had everything else removed. Only thing left is ovaries, period. Only thing missing in my period is there's no bleeding happening, but everything else is same. Breast tenderness and mood swings, that happens whenever my period is due. So I had a hysterectomy surgery and I survived. And I'm diabetic, so I'm type 2 diabetic. And yes, I'm type 2 diabetic, I'm asthmatic, I'm anemic, and I have nobody, no one to look after me. And I had 2 children who I need to look after. So basically, and I'm off from work. I'm going back to work in within a week now. So if I can make it, so can you. So all I want to say to you, this is my hysterectomy journey. I'm going to put a lot of videos in between. If you have any questions, please write down in the comment section, and I will definitely answer you. I'll get back to you and I'll tell you how it was. And my stitches outside dissolved within 4 weeks, but internal stitches take at least 8 weeks time to dissolve. But you can't see that. You just have to remind yourself that you had a big surgery, because you won't feel anything apart from your little twinge. But basically that's it. And yes, so I just hope this video, this my journey experience that I shared with you is helpful. There are lots of things you need to remember. One, if you're going to have surgery done, speak to your consultant that why you're having this done. And then if you need to have your ovaries removed, you will go to menopause, so prepare for it. Means go to your GP, ask them to prescribe you for hormone replacement therapy medication, and start taking a lot of vitamins, vitamin B12, magnesium. Take a lot of therapy medications that is good for your women's health. So basically take that, and get ask your friends, family to help you. Be there, even at the end of a phone. You can speak to somebody that will give you a lot of comfort. And then yes, just do that. And if you need to have this surgery done, don't delay. It's not worth it. Trust me, you will feel a big relief. Yes. So I would like to wish you that you have a very, very successful surgery, and you will stay happy, healthy, and you live long. So if you have any questions about this surgery or my experience, please down below comment, and I will definitely get back to you, because I can understand what I went through, how worried I was. Everything was dark. I was feeling that there is nothing left in this world. But I came on on the other side. I experienced, but I came out stronger. So I just want to give my love to you all, and I'll see you soon. Hi, today is the second day of my operation, hysterectomy surgery. Post operation day is 3rd of September, so I had surgery on 1st of September. And I'm still in the hospital because my blood pressure is very low, and I'm being nauseous due to anesthetic. This is my room, and there's nobody else. There were 2 people yesterday. They've been discharged. One lady today discharged. It's only me today. So yes, it's just me. And after operation, I didn't sleep all night. I was vomiting all night. I couldn't keep water and food, anything. And was on IV, which they just took off because they want to add some potassium in it, and maybe in an hour or so they want to put that IV again. So at the moment, just trying to see, take each day how it comes. It's difficult, but it can only get better, right? And feeling numb at the moment, numb, emotionally numb, and having little fever, and just dealing with things on hourly basis. So yeah, it's been 3 days, third day since I'm out, and yeah. Hi, today is day 4, 4th of September, and I'm coming home. I was adamant that I'm gonna go home. So yes, I'm in pain is there, but I want to go. I'm missing my boys. I want my home, my own shower. So yes, it's day 4 of the surgery. Hi, this is the 10th day of my total hysterectomy surgery, and I'm home as you can see, and I hadn't had chance to make a video of my recovery. Is still in recovery phase and every day is different. I just thought I will say quick hi to you, and next when you'll see me, you will see my video about how my hysterectomy surgery been so far, how my hysterectomy journey been so far. So as you can see, I had my surgery exactly 10 days ago, and I can't say it hasn't been a difficult journey, but as I always say, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. You'll be surprised how strong you are. You'll be surprised that you can deal with it. Trust me.